In the previous video, you followed the survival battle between hyenas and wild dogs, stealthy and tactical predators. But in this video, you'll meet a completely different creature. Massive, tough, and unyielding, the African buffalo, a beast that never bows before danger. Dawn rises over the savannah. Dry grass rustles in the wind. The Serengeti, a vast golden sea stretching to the horizon, where life and death intertwine at every moment across more than 30,000 square kilometers of untamed land. Serengeti is home to over 1.5 million wildebeests, 300,000 zebras, 500,000 Thompson's gazelles, and thousands of buffaloes, elephants, and giraffes, all spinning together in nature's endless cycle of life. In the morning mist, heavy shadows move. Not hurried, not chaotic, just the steady sound of hooves slicing through dry soil. They are African buffalo. Herbivores, yet possessing strength that even lions fear. They are not alone. They live in large herds. Each herd has a tight social structure where every member has a role and every step is a declaration of survival. From calves to lead bulls, they exist together in a land ruled by predators. The hunter never rests. Lions strike at dawn. Hyenas wait for the weakest hour of night. They track their prey. They study their behavior, know when the buffalo sleep, when they lower their guard, and most importantly, how to pick out the weakest from the herd. Buffalo are not weak. They do not yield easily. When one of their own is ambushed, the herd may turn back, like a furious black storm, driving the predator into desperate retreat. They don't abandon one another, a rare trait among herbivores. But it's not just lions. Cheetahs are also lying in wait. Hidden under yellow grass, they are like silent shadows, just waiting for a stray calf to make a wrong move, then launching an arrow-like sprint. In mere seconds, a life disappears from the savannah. The buffalo herd marches on. Zebras and wildebeests move with them. They are companions in a fateful migration, crossing hundreds of kilometers in search of the last water during the dry season. But where there is water, there are Nile crocodiles. The surface bubbles, a sudden lunge. A crocodile, over 5 meters long, bursts from the water, dragging its prey down with jaws like steel traps. The young may fall, but the herd must continue, brutal yet necessary. In the distance, a group of gazelles graze. Unaware they are being watched. A lone lioness crawls low through the dry plains, each step a silent dialogue between instinct and timing. The wind is still favorable. Muscles ripple like coiled springs, eyes locked on her target, a young male, inexperienced, wandering near the edge of the bushes. She is silent, not a single sound. The lioness's exhaustion is clear, every breath heavy with the frustration of another failed chase. She halts. No kill today. But the spirit of a true hunter remains because this is not her last chance. In Serengeti, the hunt never ends. It simply shifts to the next opportunity. High above, vultures circle. Waiting for leftovers. No need to strike, no need to chase. They are the most patient creatures on the savannah, living off the mistakes of the powerful. A leopard's silhouette glides by. From a gray, rocky ledge, it observes every movement, its eyes glowing in the early sunlight. No roar, no sprint. It has its own weapons, patience, camouflage, and deadly precision, like a blade in the mist. As the leopard finishes a hunt, the elephant begins a great migration. One is quiet, the other is majestic. The leopard, the ghost of the trees, had done its job. A swift pounce, a deadly bite, and the prey was dragged up a branch away from the would-be robber. It did not roar, did not declare its victory. It ate in the shade, alone, as if it did not want anyone to remember its presence. Meanwhile, on the horizon, clouds of dust rose in steady stride. A herd of African elephants of veritable family was marching toward new territory. Leading the way was the oldest female, the living memory of the herd. She remembered where there was water, where there were fruit trees, and where enemies had lurked. Each step the elephants took was a living map of the Serengeti. The world below became small as they passed. Mongooses and wild boars hastily made way. But then, from the edge of the tall grass, other eyes were watching. Hyenas. Not one, but a pack. They didn't hunt elephants, of course, but they hunted every opportunity. A wounded calf? An abandoned carcass? A fight just over? They would come, laughing maniacally in the dark, and tear apart whatever was left. And sometimes, they're not the latter. Hyenas are hunters too. When they're in sufficient numbers, they can take down buffalo half-ton beast that fights to the death. But it's a bloody fight. Buffalo don't run away easily. They counterattack. They charge at their opponents, tossing hyenas into the air, and sometimes it's the hyenas who get the blood on the ground. Down in the river, the Nile crocodile remained motionless. It did not need to race. It simply waited. When the zebras and antelopes gathered on the banks, preparing to cross the river during the migration season, it would choose its moment. A bite, a deadly spin, no one could react. The water turned red, and it sank into the mud as if it had never existed. And the day continues. The sun scorches every step. Through the swirling yellow dust, the buffalo herd marches, not for victory, but for survival. a wild symphony, an endless journey through the heart of Africa's untamed wilderness. Hoi ChatGPT.